and thank you for being here with the Calm Science channel. Tonight we'll move gently through the quiet marvels of our home planet. Wherever you may be listening from, allow this moment to slow your pace. Let the day loosen its grip, let sound soften, and thoughts drift into the background, like ripples fading across a quiet lake. This evening, our focus stays close to home, right here on Earth. It's a world far more resilient, strange, and quietly astonishing than it first appears. Beneath calm surfaces and familiar landscapes exist stories of glowing seas, timeless creatures, ancient underground connections, and microscopic life strong enough to endure the emptiness of space. These are not tales meant to overwhelm, but gentle reminders that wonder is woven into the everyday fabric of our planet. Some ideas you hear tonight may linger and reshape how you see the natural world. Others may simply pass through your mind softly, like distant clouds drifting overhead. If these moments of peaceful curiosity bring you comfort, you're welcome to support the channel by liking and subscribing, helping this calm space reach others who need it. For now, settle in, take a slow breath, and let's begin this unhurried exploration of life on Earth. In warm coastal seas, including parts of the Mediterranean, lives a small, translucent creature that challenges our understanding of aging. Known as Turritopsis dohrnii, often called the immortal jellyfish, it possesses an unusual ability. When stressed, damaged, or nearing the end of its life, it can reverse its own development. Rather than continuing forward, its cells reorganize, returning it to an earlier stage of existence. It becomes, once again, a tiny polyp anchored to a surface, ready to grow anew. This transformation has been carefully observed in scientific settings. The jellyfish can repeat this cycle many times, potentially without limit, as long as it avoids predators or injury. While it doesn't offer humans a path to eternal life, it gently expands our sense of what biology can do. Drifting silently through the water is a living reminder that nature often rewrites rules we thought were fixed. Beneath forest floors, another quiet story unfolds. Trees standing tall and still above ground are deeply connected below it. Through vast underground networks formed by fungi, known as mycorrhizal systems, trees share resources and information. Sugars, minerals, and chemical signals move through these thin threads, linking roots across entire forests. Older, well-established trees often support younger ones, offering nourishment during times of stress. Warnings about drought or pests can travel through this network, allowing nearby trees to prepare. Scientists sometimes refer to this system as the Wood Wide Web, a living infrastructure that binds forests together. In this hidden world, a forest is not a group of isolated organisms, but a cooperative system quietly sustaining itself through connection. On a much smaller scale, life shows resilience in astonishing ways. Tardigrades, often called water bears, are microscopic animals with remarkable endurance. Barely visible to the naked eye, they have survived conditions that would be fatal to almost all other life. Extreme cold, intense heat, crushing pressure, radiation, and even the vacuum of space have failed to destroy them. Their secret lies in a state called cryptobiosis. When conditions become hostile, tardigrades lose almost all their water and slow their biological processes to a near standstill. In this suspended state, they can remain for years. When moisture returns, they resume life as if nothing had happened. Their quiet survival reminds us that life can persist in ways that feel almost unimaginable, even beyond our planet. Even the air we breathe carries a story of transformation. Today, oxygen sustains us effortlessly. But it was not always a gift more than 2 billion years ago. Earth's earliest life forms lived without it. When photosynthetic microbes began releasing oxygen into the atmosphere, it slowly accumulated, altering the planet forever. This shift, known as the Great Oxidation Event, proved deadly for many existing organisms. Yet this same change opened the door for new forms of life. Oxygen enabled more efficient energy use, eventually leading to complex multicellular organisms. Every calm breath you take now carries the legacy of that ancient transition. Oxygen is both a reminder of loss and a foundation for life. Its long history quietly unfolding with every inhale. Some plants have learned to gather nutrients in unexpected ways. We often imagine plants as quiet observers of the world, rooted in place and patiently waiting for sunlight and rain. Yet a small number have taken a different path. Carnivorous plants such as fly traps, pitcher plants, and sundew supplement their diet by capturing insects. The Venus flytrap closes only after sensing repeated movement, ensuring it doesn't waste energy on drifting debris. Pitcher plants form smooth, downward sloping chambers where insects slip into pools of digestive liquid below. Sundew sparkle with sticky droplets that slowly draw prey inward, one gentle movement at a time. These plants don't hunt out of aggression, but necessity. They grow in soils poor in nutrients, especially nitrogen. And so evolution shaped them into patient, efficient trappers. They remind us that survival does not always look fierce. Sometimes it appears calm, quiet, and surprisingly elegant. Every leaf, no matter how ordinary it seems, is a small work of precision. When light passes through a leaf, it reveals a complex inner world, spread outward like branching streams, delivering water and nutrients while carrying energy-rich sugars away. Tiny openings on the surface regulate gas exchange, opening and closing in response to the environment. Within the leaf, chlorophyll captures sunlight and transforms it into chemical energy, forming the base of nearly all food chains on Earth. Some leaves follow the sun's movement across the sky. Others repel water, retain warmth, or serve as traps and shelters. Each one reflects a long history of adaptation, shaped by climate, light, and need. Fragile yet efficient, a leaf is both delicate and powerful, quietly sustaining life on a planetary scale. In certain parts of the world, the ocean reveals a hidden glow. Along dark shorelines, waves sometimes shimmer with blue-green light as they roll toward land. This gentle radiance comes from microscopic organisms called bioluminescent plankton. When disturbed, they produce light through a chemical reaction within their cells, creating brief flashes that ripple across the water. Places like sheltered bays and tropical coastlines can glow so brightly that footsteps leave trails of light behind. This illumination is not heat or reflection, but living chemistry at work. In the ocean, bioluminescence serves many purposes, from startling predators to attracting mates. In the quiet of night, it transforms the sea into something almost dreamlike, reminding us that darkness does not mean emptiness. Your body too is more than it appears. Though you experience life as a single individual, you are home to vast populations of microscopic life. Trillions of bacteria and other microorganisms live on your skin and within your digestive system. Together they form your microbiome, an unseen partner that helps break down food, regulate immunity, and produce essential compounds. These microbes influence how your body functions in subtle but powerful ways. They help protect against harmful invaders and contribute to overall balance. Each person's microbiome is unique, shaped by diet, environment, and experience. You are not just an organism, but an ecosystem, carrying a living community wherever you go. On a remarkable scale, army ants travel in enormous groups, constantly moving in search of food. When they encounter gaps or obstacles, they respond without hesitation. Individual ants link their bodies together, forming living bridges that allow the colony to cross safely. Structures adjust as ants move across them, strengthening where needed and dissolving once the path is clear. No single ant directs the process, instead each responds to its immediate surroundings, following simple rules that give rise to calm, clutch behavior. It is collective intelligence in motion, a reminder that cooperation can build structures no individual could create alone. Octopuses possess an ability that feels almost unreal. Deep beneath the surface of the sea, an octopus glides through the water with quiet grace. Its body shifts in color and texture, blending effortlessly into its surroundings, while watchful eyes take in the world with patient curiosity. Octopuses are already known for their remarkable intelligence, but their biology holds an even stranger secret. Unlike most animals, octopuses can alter how their genetic instructions are used. They are able to edit their RNA, the molecular messengers that carry information from DNA to the rest of the cell. This allows them to fine-tune how certain proteins are made, adjusting neural signals, sensory responses, and even how their bodies cope with changes in temperature. It's not a permanent rewrite of their genes, but a flexible layer of control that responds to the moment. Scientists are still unraveling why this ability evolved, but it adds yet another layer of mystery to a creature that seems perfectly adapted to a world of constant change. Across the animal kingdom, awareness itself takes surprising forms. Many animals can see their reflection, but very few appear to understand what they are seeing. The ability to recognize oneself is considered rare, and it offers a glimpse into how different minds experience the world. In studies using mirrors, researchers place a small mark on an animal in a spot only visible through reflection. When the animal investigates the mark on its own body, it suggests some level of self-recognition. Only a small number of species show this behavior, including certain primates, dolphins, elephants, and birds like magpies. There is growing evidence that some fish may also possess this ability. These findings don't imply human-like self-awareness, but they hint that the sense of self may exist along a spectrum, shared in subtle ways across very different forms of life. Life itself has endured through unimaginable change over hundreds of millions of years. Earth has faced at least 5 major mass extinctions. Each event reshaped the planet, eliminating vast numbers of species. The most severe of these occurred long before dinosaurs, when dramatic environmental shifts erased most life in the oceans and much of it on land. And yet, life persisted from the smallest surviving organisms. New ecosystems slowly emerged. Evolution explored new paths, filling emptied spaces with unfamiliar forms. Its repeating pattern of loss and renewal speaks to the resilience of biology. Every living creature today, including us, traces its lineage back to ancestors that survived periods of profound darkness and transformation. Life's story is not one of permanence, but of continual adaptation. In the damp understory of forests and other quiet influences at work, certain fungi have evolved a remarkable relationship with insects. Species such as Ophiocodiceps infect ants, gradually spreading through their bodies. As the fungus grows, it releases compounds that alter the ant's behavior, guiding it to climb vegetation and attach itself in a specific position. Once the insect's role is complete, the fungus continues its life cycle, releasing spores into the air below. This process is highly specialized, shaped by countless generations of evolution. Though unsettling, it reveals how interconnected and competitive life can be. Even at the smallest scales in these shadowed spaces, survival strategies unfold silently, far from human notice. Color, too, holds hidden complexity. Blue seems common in the world around us, filling skies and seas, yet true blue pigments are rare in nature. Many animals that appear blue are not colored by pigment at all. Instead, microscopic structures on feathers, scales, or wings interact with light, reflecting only certain wavelengths. This phenomenon, known as structural coloration, creates brilliant blues through physical form rather than chemical dye. Tiny ridges and layers scatter light in precise ways, producing colors that shift and shimmer as the angle changes. It is a delicate interaction between physics and biology, turning structure into spectacle. When you glimpse blue in the natural world, you are seeing light shaped by evolution itself. Wide savannas, where dust drifts softly between grasses, elephants reveal a depth of emotion that feels quietly profound. When they encounter the remains of another elephant, they often pause. Trunks reach out to explore bones with deliberate care. Some individuals have been observed returning to these places long after, revisiting what remains of a past companion. When one of their own is dying, others may stay close, standing nearby in silence. Elephants form long-lasting social bonds, remembering faces, voices, and shared journeys. Their responses suggest more than simple instinct. While their experience of grief may differ from ours, it carries weight and meaning. In their gentle presence, we glimpse an emotional awareness shaped by memory and connection, reminding us that empathy is not a human invention, but an ancient thread woven through life. Beneath clear tropical waters, vast underwater landscapes are built piece by some of the smallest animals in the ocean. Coral reefs are not shaped by plants or stone alone, but by countless tiny coral polyps living together in colonies. These animals extend delicate tentacles to feed on drifting plankton, while slowly building protective skeletons made of calcium carbonate. Over time, layer upon layer accumulates, forming reefs that can stretch for miles. Within these structures, life gathers in astonishing abundance. Fish, crustaceans, mollusks, and sea turtles all find shelter and sustenance among the coral's branches. Though reefs cover only a small fraction of the ocean floor, they support a vast portion of marine biodiversity, built gradually by tiny architects working without awareness of the whole. Coral reefs stand as living cities shaped by patience and time. In damp soil and decaying wood, another unexpected intelligence quietly unfolds. Slime molds, despite lacking brains or nerves, are capable of solving complex problems. These simple organisms exist as single cells that spread and merge, forming networks that respond to their environment. In laboratory settings, slime molds placed in mazes will expand outward, exploring every available path. Gradually, they retract from less efficient routes, leaving behind a direct connection between food sources. This process doesn't involve thought or intention, but emerges from chemical signals and feedback loops within the organism itself. Researchers have even compared slime mold networks to human transportation systems, finding striking similarities. Their behavior challenges our assumptions about intelligence, showing that problem solving does not always require a mind as we know it. The Amazon rainforest shapes the sky above it, more than a receiver of rainfall. The forest actively generates its own. Each day, countless trees release water vapor into the air through their leaves. As warm air rises, this moisture cools and condenses, forming clouds that eventually release rain back onto the forest. This vast recycling system helps stabilize regional climates and influences weather patterns far beyond the rainforest itself. The Amazon functions as a single interconnected system, breathing moisture into the atmosphere. When large areas are cleared or burned, this cycle weakens, and rainfall becomes less reliable. The forest is not only a collection of trees, but a living engine that helps sustain life across an entire continent. In cold northern winters, some frogs demonstrate an ability that feels almost impossible. Far below the ocean surface, sound carries where light cannot. In the vast darkness, whales release deep, resonant calls that travel immense distances through the water. Blue whales produce some of the lowest frequency sounds known in the animal kingdom, tones so powerful they can move across entire ocean basins. These calls serve many purposes. They help whales communicate, locate one another, and navigate through open seas. Different groups develop distinct vocal patterns, and over time, these sounds can shift, changing gradually as they are shared from one generation to the next. In species like humpback whales, songs unfold as long, evolving sequences, shaped collectively by many voices, though their full meaning remains beyond our understanding. These sounds form a living language carried silently through the deep. Seeds hold time within them. At first glance, a seed appears small and still, but inside lies a complete set of instructions for future life. Many seeds are capable of remaining dormant for extraordinary lengths of time, waiting patiently for the right combination of warmth, moisture, and light. In rare cases, seeds preserved for thousands of years have been brought back to life, sprouting after centuries of rest. Their resilience comes from protective outer layers and finely balanced chemistry that guards the living embryo inside. A seed does not rush. It waits. And when conditions align, it resumes a journey that once seemed paused forever. Each seed is a quiet reminder that life can endure long silences. Light itself has been reinvented many times by living organisms. The soft glow of fireflies, the shimmer of plankton in moving water, and the faint sparks of deep-sea creatures all arise from the same remarkable ability: bioluminescence. This trait has appeared independently across many branches of life, evolving again and again, in different forms. From bacteria and fungi to squid and fish, countless species produce light for their own purposes. Some glow to attract prey, others to warn, communicate, or disappear into the surrounding glow. In the deep ocean where sunlight never reaches, living light becomes a common language, filling the darkness with drifting points of illumination. At the heart of this glow is a simple chemical interaction. A light-producing molecule reacts with an enzyme, releasing energy as visible light. No heat, no flame, just a gentle release of brightness. It is an elegant solution repeated across nature, a shared design written wherever darkness persists. Your own body carries a much older story. The elements that form your bones were not created on Earth: calcium, iron, and many other elements were forged in the cores of ancient stars. As massive stars reached the end of their lives, nuclear reactions produced heavier elements, which were scattered into space during powerful explosions. Over vast stretches of time, these materials gathered into clouds, then planets. On one such world, oceans formed, chemistry deepened, and life emerged. The atoms that support your body once burned in stellar furnaces. In this sense, you are not separate from the cosmos, but a continuation of it, a living arrangement of matter shaped by time and energy. Vision, too, varies more than we often realize. Many insects see a world richer in light than our own. Bees and other pollinators can perceive ultraviolet patterns invisible to human eyes. What appears to us as a simple petal may glow with markings that guide insects directly to nectar. These hidden designs evolve through mutual benefit. Flowers attract their pollinators, and insects find nourishment with ease. Ultraviolet vision also helps some species navigate landscapes, recognize mates, or detect danger. Though we share the same environment, each species experiences it through a different lens, surrounded by signals we may never notice. In Australia, kangaroos demonstrate another quiet adaptation shaped by inserting. Female kangaroos possess the ability to pause the development of an embryo. When resources are scarce or a young joey already occupies the pouch, the fertilized egg remains dormant, waiting for better conditions. This process, known as embryonic diapose, allows a mother to manage multiple stages of reproduction at once. One offspring may be growing independently, another developing in the pouch, while a third remains on hold. It is a gentle form of biological timing, ensuring survival in an environment where conditions can change quickly.
Improving space becomes available. The paused embryo begins to grow once more. This remarkable timing allows kangaroos to align birth with favorable seasons, conserving energy during hardship and responding quickly when resources return. In an environment shaped by extremes, this biological pause offers flexibility rather than force. It is time management directly into living tissue, a quiet example of how evolution adapts not by speed, but by patience. In the vibrant complexity of coral reefs, some fish reveal an identity that is far more fluid than we might expect. Certain species are capable of changing sex during their lifetime, responding to shifts within their social environment. Clownfish live in small groups structured around a strict hierarchy. The largest individual is female, and only she reproduces. If she is lost, the dominant male gradually transforms, becoming female and assuming her role. Other reef fish, such as wrasses, follow the opposite pattern, with females transforming into males when circumstances demand it. These changes are not symbolic, hormones adjust, reproductive organs reorganize, and behavior shifts to match the new role. This adaptability ensures that reproduction continues even when populations are disrupted. In the ocean, identity is not fixed, it moves with circumstance, shaped by need and opportunity. High above land and sea, birds embark on journeys that span continents. Each year, many species migrate thousands of miles, returning with astonishing accuracy to the same breeding ground. Alongside landmarks, stars, and sunlight, birds rely on an internal sense that humans do not possess: the ability to detect Earth's magnetic field. Some species contain microscopic particles of magnetite that respond to magnetic forces, while others may perceive magnetic information visually through specialized proteins in their eyes. This sense, known as magnetoreception, provides birds with a living map, an invisible guide woven into their nervous systems. Though the full mechanism remains under study, its effectiveness is undeniable. Birds do not merely remember their way home, they feel it. The planet itself moves through slow, steady rhythms. One of the most fundamental is the carbon cycle. Carbon flows continuously between the atmosphere, oceans, living organisms. In the solid earth, plants draw carbon dioxide from the air, transforming it into living matter through photosynthesis. Animals consume that matter, microbes break it down. Oceans absorb vast quantities, while volcanoes and weathering release it back into the atmosphere. Some carbon becomes locked away in stone or buried deep as fossil fuels. Some returns quickly to the air. This exchange has unfolded over millions of years, shaping climate and sustaining life. Today, human activity has shifted this balance, accelerating processes that once moved slow. Understanding the carbon cycle helps us see Earth not as static, but as dynamic, a planet that breathes through time. Long before forests or animals appeared, microscopic life began reshaping the planet. Cyanobacteria, among Earth's earliest inhabitants, formed layered structures known as stromatolites. These formations grew as microbes trapped sediment, slowly building solid mounds in shallow water. Fossilized stromatolites date back more than 3 billion years, making them some of the oldest known evidence of life. Through photosynthesis, these tiny organisms released oxygen into the environment, gradually transforming Earth's atmosphere. That oxygen laid the foundation for complex life to emerge. Today, living stromatolites still exist in a few locations, quiet remnants of a time when life was small, patient and profoundly influential. In the open ocean, dolphins communicate through a rich tapestry of sound. Among their clicks and whistles lies something extraordinary. Each dolphin develops a unique signature whistle early in life. The sound functions much like a name, identifying the individual.
Today, the Sahara appears endless and dry, a vast expanse of sand and heat. Yet this desert has not always worn such a harsh face. Several thousand years ago, much of the region was green and alive. Rainfall was frequent, rivers crossed the land, and large lakes reflected the sky. Grasslands support elephants, giraffes, crocodiles, and human communities who left behind art carved and painted into stone. This era, known as the African humid period, emerged from gentle changes in Earth's orbit that strengthened seasonal rains. Over time, those patterns shifted again. The monsoons weakened, water retreated, and vegetation slowly disappeared beneath encroaching sand. Beneath today's dunes remain ancient lake beds, buried soils, and fossil traces of trees. The Sahara is not only a desert, it is a record of transformation, a reminder that landscapes like climates can change quietly and completely. Even the smallest creatures can surprise us. Bees, known for pollinating flowers and sustaining ecosystems, have demonstrated an unexpected ability. In carefully designed experiments, bees were trained to recognize quantities. When given the choice between cards showing different numbers of shapes, they consistently chose the smallest amount. Remarkably, when presented with a blank card, they treated it as representing 0. This suggests bees can grasp the idea that nothing is less than something, an abstract concept once thought to belong only to animals with large brains. Despite their size, bees navigate complex environments, communicate within hives, and now appear capable of numerical reasoning intelligence. It seems, does not depend on scale, but on the challenges life presents. Sometimes, a single species can reshape an entire landscape. When wolves were reintroduced to Yellowstone National Park, their return set off a chain of changes that reached far beyond predator and prey. As grazing animals altered their behavior and numbers declined, vegetation along riverbanks recovered. Young trees grew taller, birds returned, beavers followed, building dams that reshaped waterways. With stronger plant growth stabilizing the soil, erosion decreased and river paths became more stable. This cascading effect, known as a trophic cascade, revealed how deeply interconnected ecosystems can be. The presence of wolves changed not just animal populations, but the very flow of rivers in restoring balance. The land itself began to heal. In gardens and fields, quiet conversations unfold in ways we rarely notice. Flowers, though rooted and still, can respond to sound. Studies have shown that certain plants react to the buzzing of nearby bees. The vibration of wings causes petals to tremble, triggering the flower to increase the sweetness of its nectar within minutes. These flowers do not hear as animals do, but their structures respond to specific frequencies. This allows plants to offer richer rewards precisely when pollinators are close. It is a subtle exchange. The bee arrives, the flower responds. The garden hums with communication carried not by voices, but by vibration. On rocks, tree bark, and windswept cliffs, lichens quietly persist. At first glance they appear simple, even lifeless. Yet each lichen is a partnership, a fusion of different organisms living together as one. Typically, a fungus provides structure and protection while an alga or cyanobacterium produces food through photosynthesis. This cooperation allows lichens to survive in some of the harshest environments on Earth, from frozen tundra to dry deserts. Though the relationship is not always equal, the result is resilience. Lichens help break down rock into soil, laying foundations for future life. They are living collaborations written into the surface of the planet. In the smallest corners of the world, extraordinary endurance waits patiently. Tardigrades, often called water bears, are microscopic animals with remarkable survival abilities. When conditions become extreme, they enter a dormant state, curling into a dry, inactive form that halts nearly all biological activity. In this state, tardigrades can withstand freezing, boiling temperatures, radiation, intense pressure. In the absence of water for years at a time, they have been found in deep oceans, atop mountains, and within ancient ice. Some scientists believe they could survive events that eliminate much larger life forms. Quiet, resilient, and prepared, the water bear waits, small, enduring, and ready to awaken when conditions allow. Beneath the ground, in long winding tunnels, naked mole rats live lives unlike almost any other mammal. Their bodies are small, nearly hairless, and adapted for darkness. Yet biologically, they are extraordinary. Unlike most animals, naked mole rats do not show the usual signs of aging. Their risk of death does not steadily increase with time, and they remain remarkably healthy well into old age. They are resistant to cancer, able to tolerate low oxygen levels, and can live for decades. An unusually long lifespan for a rodent inside their cells. Proteins remain stable and damage accumulates slowly. A young adult and an elderly mole rat appear strikingly similar on a cellular level. Living in highly organized underground, colonies led by a single breeding female. They resemble insects in their social structure. In the quiet darkness below the soil, these animals carry clues that may one day deepen our understanding of longevity and resilience. Your own body is a universe made of living parts. It is built from roughly 30 trillion cells, each carrying out its own task. Some contract to create movement. Others transmit signals, transport oxygen, digest nutrients, or defend against threats. Together they form a single, coordinated whole. And yet, this structure is never still. Cells are constantly being replaced, repaired, and renewed. You are rebuilt piece by piece every day, even as you rest. Countless microscopic processes continue, working together in harmony. You are not a single entity, but a living community, sustained by cooperation at every level. Among birds, few display intelligence as vividly as parrots, brightly colored and expressive. They are capable of complex thought. Studies have shown that some species can count, distinguish shapes and colors, and understand abstract concepts such as sameness and difference. One well-known African gray parrot demonstrated abilities comparable to those of a young child, responding meaningfully to questions and expressing preferences. In the wild, parrots rely on their intelligence to solve problems, form social bonds, and navigate to nevid environments. Their brains differ from ours in structure, yet evolution has arrived at similar outcomes. When a parrot speaks or manipulates an object, it is not merely repeating behavior. It is engaging with the world thoughtfully and deliberately. Much of Earth's life exists far from human sight. While we live on land, the ocean holds the majority of the planet's living biomass. Covering more than 2/3 of Earth's surface, the sea supports an immense range of life, from microscopic plankton to the largest animals ever to exist. Coral reefs, open waters, and deep-sea trenches each host unique communities, many of which remain unexplored. Even a single drop of seawater can contain thousands of living organisms. Vast regions of the ocean floor remain unmapped, harboring forms of life yet unknown. The ocean is not empty or still. It is alive with motion, connection, and quiet abundance. On land, one of Earth's oldest living beings stands without fanfare. In Utah, a grove of quaking aspens appears at first glance to be a collection of individual trees. But beneath the soil, they share a single root system. This organism, known as Pando, is a clonal colony with every trunk genetically identical. Pando does not reproduce through seeds. Instead, it sends up new stems from its roots, allowing the organism to persist for tens of thousands of years. Individual trees rise and fall, but the whole endures. It has survived dramatic climate shifts, storms, and time itself. A forest that is also a single living being, quietly rooted in the earth. Viruses, often seen only as agents of disease, also play unexpected roles in life's story. Some viruses help regulate ecosystems by infecting harmful bacteria. Others influence genetic evolution by inserting pieces of their DNA into host genomes. Over time, these viral sequences can become permanent features of an organism's biology. In humans, a significant portion of our genetic material comes from ancient viruses. Some of these genes are now essential, contributing to processes such as development and reproduction. Viruses are not only destroyers, they are participants in evolution, shaping life in subtle and lasting ways. Invisible and powerful, they are woven into the fabric of who we are.
Long before forests spread across the land, Sharks were already moving through ancient seas. Though they may seem like modern predators, their history reaches far deeper into Earth's past. Sharks first appeared more than 400 million years ago, long before trees rooted themselves into soil. They have endured dramatic shifts in climate and survived multiple mass extinctions, including the event that ended the age of dinosaurs. Their form has remained remarkably consistent, refined over vast spans of time. From the immense whale shark to the uniquely shaped hammerhead and the glowing inhabitants of the deep, modern sharks carry the imprint of deep history. Each slow sweep of a fin reflects a design shaped by survival across unimaginable ages, quiet, efficient, and enduring. Rainforests do more than respond to weather. They actively shape it. Every day, countless trees draw water from the ground and release it into the air through their leaves. This steady flow of moisture rises, cools and gathers into clouds. In vast forests like the Amazon, this process helps sustain rainfall across enormous regions. As long as the forest remains intact, the cycle continues, supporting life both locally and far beyond its borders. When large areas are cleared, the balance begins to falter. Fewer trees mean less moisture, fewer clouds, and reduced rainfall. Rainforests are not passive scenery, they are living systems that breathe water into the sky, quietly regulating climate and sustaining the land beneath their canopy. In shallow coastal waters, some creatures practice camouflage with remarkable creativity. Decorator crabs gather pieces of their surroundings, algae, seaweed, and even living sponges, and attach them to their shells. Using specialized hooked hairs, they build a moving disguise that shifts as they move. In some cases, the sponges continue to grow, offering both concealment and chemical protection. Predators may overlook the crab entirely or find it unpalatable. This living costume blurs the line between animal and environment. The crab does not merely hide within the reef, it becomes part of it, carrying the seafloor along on its back. Across nearly every corner of the planet, insects dominate life by sheer number. For every human alive today, there are hundreds of millions of insects. They inhabit forests, deserts, mountains, tundra, and shorelines. Beetles alone account for a significant portion of all known animal species. Insects foundation of countless food webs. They have survived every major extinction and adapted to environments that few other creatures could endure. Some live briefly, others persist for years. They organize complex societies, cultivate food, and wage quiet wars. Small as they are, insects shape the living world in powerful and lasting ways. Deep within tropical rainforest, one group of birds turns courtship into performance. Birds of paradise are known for their extraordinary plumage, feathers that glow with color and form shapes unlike anything else in nature. Yet their beauty is only part of the display. Each species performs a distinct dance, carefully practiced and precisely executed. Movements include hops, spins, bows, and dramatic poses, often accompanied by sounds made with wings or feathers. Females observe closely, selecting mates based on these performances. In quiet corners of the world, spiders create something remarkable. From their bodies they draw out fine strands of silk, almost weightless yet incredibly strong. Pound for pound, spider silk rivals steel in strength, while remaining far more flexible. It can stretch, absorb force, and hold together intricate webs suspended between branches or beams. This silk is made from proteins arranged in precise microscopic patterns, spun effortlessly into threads that serve many purposes. Some strands are sticky, others smooth or reinforced for strength. Certain spiders even produce silk suited for underwater use or long distance drifting through the air. Scientists study this natural material for application ranging from medical sutures to lightweight engineering. Meanwhile, the spider continues its quiet work, weaving structures of astonishing precision without sound or spectacle. As evening settles in during warm months, tiny lights begin to flicker in the darkness. Fireflies communicate using brief flashes of bioluminescence, sending coded signals through the night air. Each species follows its own rhythm with patterns of light that vary in timing and vegetation, creating a silent exchange carried entirely by light. Inside their bodies, fireflies produce this glow through a chemical reaction that generates almost no heat beyond courtship. These flashes can also serve as warnings, signaling that the insect is unpalatable to predators. The result is a gentle language of light, drifting softly through summer nights. In forests across the world, some animals demonstrate a form of healing knowledge. Certain primates have been observed selecting specific plants when unwell, choosing bitter or fibrous leaves not for nourishment but for relief. Chimpanzees, for example, sometimes consume rough plant materials that help remove intestinal parasites. These behaviors are not random. The plants involved often contain compounds with medicinal properties known as animal self-medication. This practice suggests an understanding shaped by experience or instinct. Among leaves and branches, remedies grow quietly, and some animals know exactly when to seek them. The air you breathe carries the influence of the ocean. Tiny drifting organisms known as phytoplankton perform photosynthesis across vast stretches of the sea. Though microscopic, they absorb sunlight and carbon dioxide, releasing oxygen into the atmosphere. Together, these algae produce more than half of Earth's breathable oxygen. They also form the foundation of marine food webs, supporting life from the smallest creatures to the largest whales. Sensitive to temperature and nutrient changes, phytoplankton play a key role in regulating climate. Invisible from shore, they float beneath the surface, quietly sustaining life with every pulse of light. In both wild landscapes and city streets, crows move with careful intention. These birds display remarkable intelligence, using tools, solving problems, and remembering complex information they've in quiet corners of the world, spiders create something remarkable. From their bodies they draw out fine strands of silk, almost weightless yet incredibly strong. Pound for pound, spider silk rivals steel in strength, while remaining far more flexible. It can stretch, absorb force, and hold together intricate webs suspended between branches or beams. This silk is made from proteins arranged in precise microscopic patterns, spun effortlessly into threads that serve many purposes. Some strands are sticky, others smooth or reinforced for strength. Certain spiders even produce silk suited for underwater use or long-distance drifting through the air. Scientists study this natural material for applications ranging from medical sutures to lightweight engineering. Meanwhile, the spider continues its quiet work, weaving structures of astonishing precision without sound or spectacle. As evening settles in during warm months, tiny lights begin to flicker in the darkness. Fireflies communicate using brief flashes of bioluminescence, sending coded signals through the night air. Each species follows its own rhythm, with patterns of light that vary in timing and intensity. Males often fly while signaling, and females reply from nearby vegetation, creating a silent exchange carried entirely by light. Inside their bodies, fireflies produce this glow through a chemical reaction that generates almost no heat. Beyond courtship, these flashes can also serve as warnings, signaling that the insect is unpalatable to predators. The result is a gentle language of light, drifting softly through summer nights. In forests across the world, some animals demonstrate a form of healing knowledge. Certain primates have been observed selecting specific plants when unwell, choosing bitter or fibrous leaves not for nourishment, but for relief. Chimpanzees, for example, sometimes consume rough plant materials that help remove intestinal parasites. These behaviors are not random. The plants involved often contain compounds with medicinal properties, known as animal self-medication. This practice suggests an understanding shaped by experience or instinct. Among leaves and branches, remedies grow quietly, and some animals know exactly when to seek them. The air you breathe carries the influence of the ocean. Tiny drifting organisms, known as phytoplankton, perform photosynthesis across vast stretches of the sea. Though microscopic, they absorb sunlight and carbon dioxide, releasing oxygen into the atmosphere. Together, these algae produce more than half of Earth's breathable oxygen. They also form the foundation of marine food webs, supporting life from the smallest creatures to the largest whales. Sensitive to temperature and nutrient changes, phytoplankton play a key role in regulating climate. Invisible from shore, they float beneath the surface, quietly sustaining life with every pulse of light. In both wild landscapes and city streets, crows move with careful intention. These birds display remarkable intelligence, using tools, solving problems, and remembering complex information. They have been observed saving objects for future use,
choosing delayed rewards over immediate ones, and adapting their behavior based on past experience. Crows can recognize individual human faces and remember them for years. Their ability to plan ahead sets them apart from many other animals. Though their brains are small, their thinking is flexible and deliberate. In feathered forms, quiet minds observe the world, learning and preparing for what comes next. For some snakes, vision extends beyond light. Species such as pit vipers and pythons possess specialized organs that detect infrared radiation. These heat-sensitive pits allow snakes to perceive warm-blooded prey, even in complete darkness. What they sense is not an image as humans see it, but a thermal outline, a map of heat against cooler surroundings. Along the ocean floor, starfish move at their own unhurried pace. Their bodies are simple, symmetrical, and surprisingly resilient. When an arm is lost, many starfish do not merely survive, they rebuild. Over time, a new limb slowly forms, restoring what was taken. In some species, regeneration goes even further. An entire starfish can grow from a single detached arm, provided a small part of the central body remains. This ability comes from a network of flexible cells and a nervous system without a central brain. Signals travel in loops rather than straight lines, allowing the body to reorganize itself patiently and precisely. In the quiet of the reef, regeneration unfolds without urgency, reminding us that renewal can happen slowly, piece by piece. Among the most unusual mammals on Earth, the platypus defies easy explanation. With a broad bill, webbed feet, and dense fur, it appears stitched together from different worlds. It lays eggs rather than giving birth, yet nourishes its young with milk. Instead of nipples, milk is released through pores in the skin, where the young lap it from the mother's fur. Males carry venomous spurs on their hind legs, and underwater, platypuses hunt with their eyes closed, detecting faint electrical signals produced by moving prey. This ancient lineage represents a bridge between early mammals and those that came later, a quiet reminder that evolution experiments freely, and sometimes the results endure. As night settles in, bats fill the dark with sound, rather than relying on sight. Many bats navigate using echolocation. They emit rapid, high-frequency calls and listen closely to the returning echoes. From these reflections, they build a detailed map of their surroundings. astonishing accuracy, bats can detect the shape, distance, and movement of objects in complete darkness. Some are able to capture tiny insects mid-flight using sound alone. To them, space is not seen, it is heard. In the unseen night air, sound becomes vision, and the darkness reveals its structure. In the wetlands of the southeastern United States, a patient plant waits. The Venus flytrap remains still until the moment is right. Its leaves form open traps lined with sensitive trigger hairs. When an insect brushes against these hairs multiple times within a short span, the plant responds instantly, snapping shut. This brief delay acts as a filter, preventing the trap from closing on rain or debris. Only the repeated movement of living prey triggers the response. Once sealed, the trap digests its meal slowly before reopening. Without thought or awareness, the plant measures time and motion, responding with remarkable precision. On icy southern shores, courtship takes a quieter form. Many penguin species express interest not with elaborate displays, but with a simple offering. A carefully chosen pebble is presented, gently placed at the feet of a potential partner. If accepted, the stone becomes part of a shared nest, built to keep eggs safe and elevated from melting snow. Pebbles are precious in these environments, sometimes even stolen from nearby nests. Yet the gesture remains meaningful. In the still cold air, bonds begin with a small stone and a shared purpose. High above open ocean, some birds have learned how to rest without landing. Species such as frigate birds and alpine swifts can remain airborne for extraordinary lengths of time. To manage this, they sleep with only half of their brain at once. This state, called unihemispheric sleep, allows one side of the brain to rest while the other maintains flight and awareness. Their eyes alternate, remaining partially open as they glide. It is not deep sleep, but enough to sustain long journeys. In the vast sky, rest and motion blend into one continuous drift. Within your own body, a quieter phenomenon. Among the reefs and sandy shallows, cuttlefish move like living illusions. In an instant, their skin can shift in color, pattern, and even texture, allowing them to blend seamlessly into their surroundings. This remarkable camouflage is controlled by layers of specialized cells that expand and contract, reflecting and absorbing light in precise ways. What makes this ability even more mysterious is that cuttlefish do not perceive color as humans do. Instead, they appear to rely on contrast, brightness,
and the polarization of light to guide their transformations. Their skin can rise into soft bumps or smooth itself flat, matching the surfaces beneath them. These changes are used not only for hiding, but also for communication and play. With every breath, the cuttlefish redraws itself a living surface and never settles into one form. On certain nights, coral reef respond to a rhythm far beyond the ocean itself. Guided by the cycle of the moon, corals across wide areas release their eggs and sperm at the same moment. This synchronized spawning often occurs just once a year, timed with astonishing precision. For a brief window, the water fills with drifting life, increasing the chance that new corals will form. Though anchored in place, these animals are deeply connected to celestial patterns. The pull of the moon shapes their most important moments, reminding us that even the smallest lives move in step with forces far above the earth. Frogs too reveal unexpected solutions hidden in plain sight. When a frog captures its prey, it does not chew. Instead, it blinks. As the eyes close, they press downward into the skull, helping guide food toward the throat. This movement turns vision into part of digestion. A simple blink becomes a quiet push, using existing structures in a clever way. It is a small reminder that evolution often works not by adding complexity, but by finding new uses for what is already there. Plants are not as silent as they seem when leaves are damaged by insects or disease. Some plants release chemical signals into the air. These invisible messages drift to nearby plants, warning them of danger. In response, neighboring plants may strengthen their defenses, producing bitter compounds or reinforcing their tissues. Different threats can trigger different signals, creating a surprisingly specific form of communication. Though we cannot hear it, the air between leaves carries information. Gardens and forests are alive with quiet exchanges, leaf speaking to leaf. Some trees persist not through seeds, but through continuity. Certain species send roots outward beneath the soil, from which new trunks emerge. Though these stems appear separate, they are genetically identical, parts of the same organism. In places like mountain valleys and northern forests, clonal trees have survived for tens of thousands of years. Individual trunks rise and fall, but the root system remains, patiently producing new growth. It is a form of immortality measured not in bodies, but in persistence, a single life expressed again and again. Below the surface of the soil, earthworms quietly reshape the land, As they move, they create tunnels that allow air and water to reach plant roots. They consume decaying matter and return it to the ground as nutrient-rich soil. This constant motion builds fertile earth, supporting ecosystems above. Though unseen, earthworms influence forests, farms, and fields alike. Their slow, steady work forms the foundation of life on land, one small passage at a time. On open savannas, giraffes live with an unusual relationship to rest. Despite their size, they sleep very little. Often only brief moments spread throughout the day and night. Much of this rest happens while standing, with only short periods spent lying down. Their height and slower movements make them vulnerable, so alertness remains essential. Even while resting, members of a group remain watchful. Beneath a sky filled with stars, giraffes rest lightly. Even as predators move through the darkness, these tall animals drift into sleep only briefly. Their dreams come in short moments, scattered through the night, before awareness gently returns. In the open savanna, rest is measured and careful, carried in small pauses rather than long surrender. Even the materials we create are not beyond the reach of life testing. Once believed to persist indefinitely, has begun to meet unexpected opponents. Certain microbes have evolved the ability to break down synthetic materials. Some bacteria and fungi produce enzymes that slowly dismantle plastics, such as paint, commonly used in bottles and packaging. These organisms have been discovered in unlikely places, from landfills to soil, and even inside insect digestive systems. Though the process is gradual, it offers a glimpse of possibility. Researchers are studying these enzymes, hoping to adapt them for more sustainable recycling. It is not a complete solution, but it shows that life responds even to the newest challenges where waste accumulates. Adaptation quietly begins. Across frozen landscape, the Arctic fox moves like a shifting shadow. Its fur transforms with the seasons, changing color to match its surroundings. In winter, the fox wears a coat of white, blending seamlessly with snow and ice. When summer arrives, its fur darkens, mirroring stone and tundra plants. This seasonal change offers both camouflage and protection beneath the surface. The fox's dense fur insulates it against extreme cold, even covering the bottoms of its paws. With each shift of the year, the Arctic fox becomes part of the land itself, shaped by temperature, light, and time. Far below the reach of sunlight, another world exists. The deep ocean begins, where light fades and pressure increases, creating an environment that feels otherworldly. Here, creatures glow, stretch and drift in forms rarely seen elsewhere. Some fish carry lights above their heads, others are nearly transparent, moving through darkness like living glass. Many deep-sea organisms rely on chemical energy rather than sunlight, thriving near hydrothermal vents or drifting slowly through endless night. Enormous mouths, delicate limbs, and bioluminescent signals are common adaptations. Though humans have explored only a small fraction of this realm, what we have discovered reveals a place rich with life. Beneath the surface of our planet lies a vast wilderness, quiet and astonishing. Intelligence takes many forms, and sometimes it carries wings. Certain birds use tools to solve problems and obtain food. Crows and ravens shape sticks or leaves to reach insects hidden in crevices. Other species have developed their own techniques. Green herons drop bait onto water to lure fish closer. Woodpecker finches use twigs to extract prey, while vultures employ stones to crack open tough shells. These behaviors show choice, planning, and learning. In some cases, young birds watch and imitate elders, passing knowledge through generations. Tool use is not limited to hands, it can emerge wherever curiosity and challenge meet. In some of the world's driest regions, camels move with steady endurance. They can travel long distances without water, conserving moisture with remarkable efficiency. When water finally appears, they are capable of drinking vast amounts in a short time. Contrary to popular belief, a camel's hump stores fat, not water. This reserve provides energy and releases water as it is metabolized. Their bodies reduce sweating, produce concentrated waste, and allow body temperature to fluctuate. Even their blood cells are adapted to It's the white silence of the Arctic. Polar bears appear almost luminous. Their fur blends seamlessly with snow and ice. Yet beneath that pale exterior lies an unexpected layer. Their skin is dark, nearly black, designed to absorb as much warmth as possible from the faint northern sun. The fur itself is not truly white, Each hollow strand is clear, scattering light in a way that creates the illusion of whiteness, while guiding sunlight down to the skin below. This layered system offers both insulation and camouflage. Wide paws help distribute weight across snow and ice, and textured pads provide grip on slippery surfaces. From fur to skin to bone, the polar bear is shaped for cold, quietly gathering every bit of heat the environment allows. Jellyfish drift through the water with effortless grace, but their simplicity hides surprising abilities. Some species are capable of cloning themselves, particularly during their early stages of life. When a young polyp is damaged or divided, it can grow into multiple new individuals. Even fragments of adult jellyfish can sometimes regenerate, forming new bodies from what was once broken. In certain species, this process goes further, allowing the jellyfish to return to an earlier phase of life and begin again. In the steady movement of the sea, jellyfish exist in a cycle of growth, loss, and renewal, floating softly through time. Your own body carries a quiet light. Though invisible to your eyes, human skin emits a faint glow, caused by tiny chemical reactions within living cells. As molecules interact during normal metabolic processes, small amounts of energy are released as photons. Sensitive instruments have revealed this subtle illumination, showing that it changes throughout the day and varies across the body. Faces tend to glow slightly more due to higher activity beneath the skin. The light is incredibly dim, far beyond human perception, but it is real. Even in rest, the body is active, humming softly with life. The boundary between water and land is not as strict as it seems. Some fish have evolved ways to move beyond the water's edge. Mud skippers use strong fins to push themselves across mud flats, climbing roots and rocks while breathing through their skin and mouth. Other species, such as the climbing perch, can take in air directly and survive outside water for extended periods. Certain eels are even known to travel across damp ground at night in search of new habitats. These abilities echo ancient transitions in evolution, moments when life first ventured from sea to shore. Step by step, fin by fin, boundaries shifted. When floodwaters rise, fire ants respond with remarkable cooperation. Thousands of individuals link together, gripping one another tightly to form floating rafts. These living structures carry the colony, including larvae and queens, across the water to safety. Air trapped between their bodies provides buoyancy, while the raft flexes and reshapes itself in response to waves. No one directs the process, each follows simple rules, and together they create something resilient and adaptive. In motion and danger, many bodies become one, Within a single drop of seawater exists an entire universe. Microscopic life fills the ocean in astonishing abundance. Tiny plankton, algae, bacteria, and drifting larvae move together in constant motion. These organisms form the foundation of marine ecosystems, producing oxygen, cycling carbon, and supporting life far larger than themselves. Some glow softly, others move invisibly, responding to light, temperature, and current. Though unseen, they are every way. The ocean is not empty space, but countless small worlds flowing together. In places where heat boils and acid burns, life still finds a way. Volcanic springs and acidic pools host microorganisms known as extremophiles. These life forms thrive in conditions that would destroy most living things. They draw energy from chemicals. As night settles and sunlight fades, plants begin a careful balancing act without photosynthesis. They must rely on the energy stored during the day. Inside their leaves, sugars made from sunlight have been packed away as starch, waiting for darkness. What's remarkable is how precisely this reserve is used. Plants adjust the rate at which they consume stored energy based on how long the night will last. If dawn is far away, they ration slowly. If morning is near, they allow themselves to use more. This process works through molecular signals rather than conscious thought. Yet it is astonishingly accurate. Within each leaf, a quiet calculation unfolds, ensuring survival until the sun returns. Even rooted in stillness, life plans ahead. When an owl takes flight, the night barely notices. Its wings move through the air with almost no sound, the result of a finely tuned design shaped by time. The leading edges of its feathers are soft and fringed, breaking up air currents that would otherwise create noise. A velvety surface absorbs sound before it can escape. This silence allows the owl to hunt using hearing alone, detecting the faint movements of prey beneath leaves or snow. Where other birds announce their presence with each wing beat, the owl passes like a shadow. In the darkness, its quiet flight becomes its greatest advantage. In calm, freshwater environments, some creatures possess an almost unbelievable ability to recover from damage. Certain flatworms, such as planarians, can regenerate an entire body from just a small fragment. Cut into pieces, each portion can reorganize itself into a complete animal. This feat is powered by specialized stem cells capable of becoming any type of tissue. Muscles, nerves, and even brain structures are rebuilt from scratch. Scientists study these worms to better understand regeneration and healing. In still waters, life demonstrates its refusal to remain broken, returning again and again to wholeness. Among city streets and rooftops, pigeons move with more awareness, and they're often given credit for. These birds are capable of recognizing individual human faces, remembering who has treated them kindly and who has not. Even changes in clothing do not easily fool them. Their visual memory is highly developed, supporting both facial recognition and navigation across long distances. In controlled studies, pigeons have learned to categorize images and identify patterns once thought beyond their reach. Though they blend easily into urban life, pigeons are observant, quietly link the rhythms and faces of the city around them. Hidden within your own cells is a record of ancient encounters. A portion of the human genome comes from viruses that infected our ancestors millions of years ago. These retroviruses inserted their genetic material into reproductive cells, passing it down through generations. Over time, many of these sequences became inactive, but some were adapted for useful purposes. Today, viral genes play roles in processes such as brain development and pregnancy. Your body is not only shaped by human ancestry, but by remnants of long past biological struggles. It is a living archive carrying echoes of survival woven into its code. Beneath forests out of sight lies one of the largest living beings on the planet. A single fungus spreads quietly underground, forming a vast network of thread-like filaments called mycelium. This organism covers thousands of acres and has existed for millennia. Above ground, it appears only occasionally. Sleep takes many forms beneath the surface of the water. For some fish, rest arrives in halves. Certain species allow one side of the brain to relax, while the other remains alert. This allows them to keep swimming gently, sensing movement, currents, and danger, even as they recover. A similar pattern appears in whales and dolphins, enabling them to surface for air while resting.
resting. In the ocean, sleep is never complete stillness. It is awareness softened, vigilance shared, a careful rhythm of rest and readiness. Even in quiet moments, the sea remains watchful. Color too can speak. Chameleons are famous for their ability to change hue. But this shifting palette is not simply for hiding. Their skin responds to emotion, temperature, and social interaction. Calm brings muted tones, excitement, or confrontation brings vivid flashes of color. These changes occur through microscopic structures that bend and reflect light as they rearrange. It is not pigment, but physics at work. A living signal written across the skin. In forests and branches, color becomes language, and the body becomes a message. Invisible forces guide countless journeys across the planet Earth's magnetic field, stretches quietly from pole to pole, shaping movement in ways we rarely sense. Sea turtles navigate vast oceans, using magnetic signatures imprinted at birth. Birds travel thousands of miles guided by an inner compass. Salmon return from open seas to the exact streams where their lives began. Even insects and simple organisms respond to these unseen lines. The mechanisms are still being studied, involving magnetic particles or light-sensitive proteins. Yet the result is clear. The planet offers direction, and life follows, listening to signals written into the fabric of the earth itself. Again and again, life finds a way forward, through extinction and upheaval, through fire and ice. It has never truly stopped. It began in darkness, spread across land and sea, adapted to extremes, and reinvented itself endlessly. It learned to fly, to burrow, to glow, to think. It built reefs and forests, networks and communities. Even now, in places that seem empty or hostile, life is beginning again, quietly, persistently, in every breath, every cell, every moment. And now, as this journey gently settles, let the world grow still around you. We have drifted through oceans and canopies, deserts and ice, ancient roots and distant stars. We have listened to silent signals, glowing tides, and the slow wisdom of living systems. Through it all, one truth remains. Life is remarkable not because it is flawless, but because it continues. It adjusts, it endures, it surprises. Somewhere, a coral releases its future into the dark. A bird glides through sleep. A leaf measures the night. And you are part of this unfolding story too. Not apart from nature, but shaped by it. Made of atoms and memory, rhythm and breath. So allow your thoughts to soften. Let your breathing slow. Rest within this vast, living world that holds you gently. The journey does not end, it simply rests here, waiting for curiosity to return. Sleep well, and thank you for dreaming with the Calm Science Channel.